Hello everyone, it's Dustin Nulf with Keller Williams Realty's The Dustin Nulf Team and the Full House LLC, Pittsburgh Property Management. How you guys doing today? So today we're going to be looking at what's the whole point in joining a team. How does a team work? I'm going to actually show you guys some of the stuff that we're doing. And before we get rolling, you're going to find links below this YouTube video. You're going to find links to the coaching site that I got, so support me at Patreon if you like what you're seeing. We do group coaching for $10 a month. We'll do team building coaching for $100 a month. These are starting in January, so if you're interested in getting some cheap, affordable coaching that is also high quality, visit that link and sign up. I also got links to some of the best books that have helped me through building my team and building my businesses. So those links, you'll find them below. But just to we're going to get rolling. So why would an agent join a team? That's a good question. And it's a question I come across a lot, as I have to do a lot of recruiting in order to bring agents onto the team. And we're going to look at that today. So I want to first show you the team structure for a real estate sales team, what a real estate sales team should look like, and what our team looks like, and what we are striving for. That'll give you a better understanding of how the support and the systems and the administrative help works. But essentially, you know, an agent who's joining a team, that agent should expect from that team systems, support, advertising, and marketing that's all funded by the team. So if it's done correctly, an agent should join a team and get all of the stuff that agent could develop on their own by creating a team. That agent should be able to get that from a team and walk away with more money at the end of the year than they would if they created it all on their own. So that's kind of the idea of why, you know, a team should exist or what a team should be doing. So if you have read the MREA book, that's the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, there's a link for it below. If you want to buy it, go down there and click that link. But this is based on the MREA book. Okay, so if you haven't read it, you need to read it. It's going to help you no matter where you're at with your real estate sales business. If you are looking to build a team and you haven't read that book, you should probably read that book and do a little bit of research first. Otherwise, you're pretty much destined for failure. I've learned that the hard way. I've run into numerous real estate agents who have learned that the hard way and are still learning it the hard way. It's great that you're motivated to do that. It's great that you've been successful in real estate sales so far. Your motivation, your entrepreneurial talents are only going to take you so far, though. You need to start learning about some of the things that you don't already know in order to build a business. You're not just doing sales anymore. This is building a business. So read the MREA book. Sign up for coaching. We do group coaching on team building. There's other resources that you can sign up for. You can get a mentor on team building. Learn from other people's mistakes. Don't go and make them over again. That's pretty dumb. So we're going to look at the organizational chart of a team. So here's what it looks like. Here's what it's supposed to look like. That's you as the lead salesperson. If you were to build a team on your own, the first person you should hire, as per the MREA book, is an administrative assistant. The biggest mistake that most agents make whenever they start hiring is they hire a buyer's agent first because they feel, well, I don't have to pay the buyer's agent, so there's no risk in it. Well, the thing is if you hire a buyer's agent and you don't have any support for a buyer's agent, that buyer's agent's going to leave. And the reason why is the only thing you're giving a buyer's agent if you hire a buyer's agent without any administrative support is you're giving them leads, and that's it. They can get leads from anywhere. It's not hard to get leads. Pay Zillow and you get leads. They don't need to pay you 50% so they can have leads, or 60% or 70%. They can get leads on their own. So once they figure that out, they're gone. So you need to hire an admin first. And what you're doing is you're the lead salesperson. So that's you up here. We're gonna write lead agent in here. So you're the lead agent. So you're responsible for all the sales, and you hire an administrative support person. And this is going to be an executive assistant or executive admin. This person's supposed to support you then, and they're going to help you by doing all of the stuff that is not directly equating to sales. Okay, so you're the salesperson. This person's your backup. So an executive admin in this scenario is going to be doing listing input for you. They're going to do direct mail, email marketing, organizing your database, organizing your files, helping you close deals. Maybe in our area, they're going to be ordering die tests, ordering occupancy inspections, kind of guiding the buyers or sellers through the closing process. They're going to be doing pretty much everything that they can do that does not involve a license. Now, that doesn't mean they shouldn't be licensed. It's a good idea to have an admin who's licensed. That way, you know, in case you get into a scenario where maybe you need to show this property to a buyer tomorrow and you're not going to be around, if this person's licensed, they can show that property for you. A licensed admin could also write change in terms addendums or changes to contracts and that sort of stuff. So a licensed admin is definitely worth it. So that's your first hire. This person's doing a lot of cool support type stuff for you, which allows you to close more deals. Your next hire is another admin. Okay, so another mistake that a lot of people make is they're going to hire an admin and they're going to hire a salesperson real quick. You want two admins first. This admin can be a virtual assistant, or they can be a person who's in your office. But the whole idea is they're going to be doing more admin work to support you as the only salesperson. Okay. A lot of times this person might be a full-time transaction coordinator. So in other words, a transaction coordinator, one single transaction coordinator should be able to close 150 to 200 transactions before they really need any help. Okay, so in this setup, you might be doing 150 deals just by yourself. Okay, so that's an ideal world. There's other things that can be parceled out. So our setup that we most recently had, our executive admin is also operating as a listing coordinator, and then our transaction coordinator was also operating as a marketing coordinator. So there's 4 hats that are being filled, or four roles that are being filled by 2 people here. Okay, so transaction coordination, marketing coordination, listing coordination, and then executive admin stuff. So like helping me book appointments for meeting with buyers, meeting with sellers, recruiting appointments, that sort of stuff. That's what the executive admin role does. So once you have that, then you look at hiring salespeople. So that's when you'd be looking at, ideally you would hire a showing assistant first, not a buyer's agent. So you're going to hire a showing assistant, train them on showings, and then move them up and train them to be a buyer's agent. Okay, so there's 3 things that a buyer's agent does. They do inside sales, they do showing assistant duties, and then they do buyer's agent duties. So you'd want to train this showing assistant to be a showing assistant first, and then you might train them to be an ISA or inside sales associate, so they know how to convert leads, and then they're going to become a buyer's agent and they're going to hire their own showing assistant. So this becomes a buyer's agent with a showing assistant working underneath them. So now you have you're starting to become, you're having a sales team, right? So this structure here, you know, this is good for 150 to 200 transactions, maybe more depending on who you are and how good you are. So that's the idea there. So So why would an agent want to join a team? If you're following the MREA book as far as what the budget model is and what the numbers look like, when it's all said and done, you're going to net, with a small team, you're going to net 40% of the what your gross commission income is. So if we look at those numbers, let me erase this here. So if we look at those numbers, if you're doing, let's say you do $10 million in sales, your gross commission income is going to be around $300,000. All right, so $300,000 in gross commission income, you should be able to net %. That's $120,000 from that. Okay, so you're busting your butt. You're selling all these properties. You hired some assistants to help you, and you're going to net $120,000. You're going to bring that in, but you're going to net $120,000. So you just paid 60% out for support. Well, the whole idea is that if you're able to create this thing, then you should be able to bring an agent on, and you might be paying that agent 40% or 50% to do the agent duties that person has. So let's say you bring on a strong listing agent, and they're going to close 70 deals this year, and they're going to do, let's look at an average sale price of $200,000. That's $14 million in production. If they were to build the team on their own and do this all and build this team structure and everything, what they're going to walk away with is $168,000. So they're going to do $14 million in sales and walk away with $168,000, and it took them how long and how much money and time to build this team. So you can take an agent like that and plug them into the system, and they're going to walk away with $168,000 or more, and they didn't have to build it at all. They just plugged into it. So best case scenario, that agent would walk away with $210,000 by joining a team and not having to build or manage people. They don't have to build the team, they don't have to manage people, they don't have to create systems, they don't have to create policies or anything like that. They just come on and just sell. So that's the benefit of joining a team if you're already an existing agent in production, as opposed to creating a team. So, you know, if you want to up your game and you're trying to figure out how to do more production, close more deals, you can do it by joining a team or by starting or creating your own team. Now the other thing is that if you're already doing $14 million in production on your own, and you plug into a team, and then now all of a sudden you've got a team doing 50 to 75% of the work for you, then you should be able to triple or quadruple your volume, because now you have more time. So not only did you net more money than you would have on your own, but you just gained more time. So you should be able to do the same amount of transactions in 25% of the time, if that makes any sense. So I hope that did make some sense, and hope it maybe opened up some doors for you or made you think about things differently. Again, if you're looking for group real estate coaching, look below, Patreon link. We do team building coaching at $100 a month. It's extremely affordable. Click that below in the Patreon link as well. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.